and this is why it's important to get your information from reliable sources. It's important to get your information from the people who ride like you. So for example, Brian Wheels said that both the Torque and the Commander don't really have good braking. I believe him. Why? Because he rides insane wheels and he likes to ride fast. I'm less likely to get fluff or biased opinions from him. Whereas someone like EUC Upgrades, his bias might not be that he's biased against the wheel. His bias might be towards how he rides. So for example, he said that braking is great. It's okay on the torque and etc. and the speed. Compare that to Brian's Wheels, it's shit. He's like, it's terrible. This is horrible. So,
how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So basically, I'm about to talk about the state of the wheels. There's been a lot of testing going on, primarily by Fees in UK. Really appreciate him. But I just want to also say that the wheel I'm riding right now is an MSP C38. And what's amazing about this wheel is, as you can see, I'm in traffic and it's still very much valid. So if you're on the fence about which wheel to purchase, well, guys, there's a lot of wheels out there that's been out there that you can absolutely rely on. Example, this C38 that I'm riding right now. So don't be forced, obviously, to get any new wheel, but hey, it's your decision in the end. But I'm just saying, look at me and how I ride. This wheel still is very much valid. All right, enjoy the ride, guys.
want to talk about is the state of the new wheels. So the new wheels are getting tested. You have Afiz doing an amazing job. He's doing a great job of reviewing all these wheels, man. At least what he has. He has like the Abrams, the Commander. Well, no one's really talking about the Hero either. So I don't think anybody really cares about the Hero because of the price. But I went to Ali Express, and usually you can find much about a wheel by going to Ali Express. But it seems like there's only one version, the torque version. So yeah, it seems like there's only going to be a torque version, C38 version. That's too bad, because I wouldn't mind getting that wheel if there was also a high-speed version. You know what I mean? But there's no high-speed version, apparently. So what I want to say is we had an amazing live the other night. And shout out to everyone who was part of that live. But what I really liked about that live was the amount of information that came out of it. Holy smokes, that was a lot of information, man. And all that information helped me, it's helping me make a better decision right now, because I really wanted the Commander. I absolutely did. Okay. And I think the Commander is a great wheel. It's a great, fantastic wheel. Especially coming from where the Sherman had us go, you know what I mean? Performance, quality, everything, range. But Brian's Zoom wheel gave some very important information that I feel I gotta take to heart. Now, if this information was coming from anyone else who was not really advanced in riding, I would take it with a grain of salt, but it's coming from Brian Zoom wheels. He's a dude he's a guy in the UK that has an MSS. He has an EXN MSS. So he stated that the Commander torque and the high-speed version, although they're great wheels, although they have great acceleration, especially the torque, the braking is terrible. So that says a lot for me. I mean, high-speed riding in traffic, yes, you need a lot of acceleration, but the most important thing out of all of these is braking. It's the most important thing, dude. When I ride, I do like a lot of braking checks. So even if I don't need to brake, I'll brake quickly just to see what the capability of the wheel is at any given moment. You know what I mean? And last thing you want is a wheel to not be able to stop properly, dude, especially at high speed. Now, for the average rider, for someone who just likes to cruise, likes to, you're pretty much getting from point A to point B, you're going to work, whatever, it's not going to be a problem for you. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a problem for you. It's going to be a fantastic wheel for you. In fact, you're definitely going to get the range that's rated on that wheel, whatever it is. But for me and people like me who like to race, who like to ride fast, braking is a thing. It's a thing, man. I can't have a wheel. And the worst part about braking being terrible is this. If your braking is not that great, you can actually cut out the wheel braking. It's something you guys probably didn't know, but cutouts don't only happen going forward. Cutouts can also happen and do happen while braking. There are a few conditions that causes wheels to cut out during braking. Number one, you're in the wrong riding mode. You're a hard rider and you're riding in the wrong riding mode. So for example, I like the way Law put this. Hard mode gives you the full potential of the wheel, okay? Medium mode makes it feel like the motor is a little bit weaker than it actually is. And then soft mode absolutely takes away the torquiness of the wheel almost completely. So when you go to brake, well, first of all, when you accelerate, you're leaning into the wheel. You're literally asking the wheel to give it all its potential. But in soft mode, that's not the case. So what you're gonna do is if you're leaning hard, you'll feel the wheel almost cutting out. You'll feel the pedal dip forward. But that's just forward. Now when you're braking, just imagine what I said backwards. And now you have a wheel that can't brake. It's going to cut out on you, which has happened to me on the high-speed MSP. And I was shocked when it happened. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? Because when I brake, especially in high-speed situations, I bring my butt all the way down, to harness all that torque, all that power from the wheel. And if you can't handle it, you're going down. So, also, regarding prices, it seems like the prices are going to be the same. It seems like it's going to be the same. What I'm saying is, oh yeah, my camera, guys. Pretty sick, whoa. But what I'm trying to say is, the prices they seem like it's going to stay the same. So if you're going to get a wheel, I mean, you have options. Ali Express is a good one, but you don't have the support of the distributors. But on the live, we also talked about, if you end up buying from a reseller like AliExpress, all you have to do is, like, if you're absolutely going that way, get in touch with a local mechanic, a local tech. And if the wheel gets to you and it's dead on arrival, that's bunk. I'm sorry that happened to you. That happens. But at least it won't be, you can just change the board. You know what I mean? Boards are not that expensive. But either way, that's just something you're going to have to keep in mind that might just happen to you. So if your wheel is $2,800, add another $300-400 to it just in case something like that happens. It's very unlikely that motors are going to go bad, but boards are the most, vulnerable part on that entire wheel is the board. So expect that to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, just expect it to happen. Also, I think I can vouch for at least 3 companies. You have LOOMO Wheels, Wheel Tech Store, and Green and Fashion. Okay, I'll try to put the links in the description. These are the only 3 I can absolutely vouch for, only because other riders talked about them. Also, but I'm just disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed with the Commander. I'm a little bit disappointed that its braking is not that great. Now, I watched a video from Hafiz this morning with EUC upgrades. Yeah, EUC upgrades and some other people that were chatting. And, and this is why it's important to get your information from reliable sources. I'm not saying EUC upgrades is not reliable. I'm just saying, like, it's important to get your information from the people who ride like you. Okay, so for example, Brian Zoom Wheels said that both the Torque and the Commander don't really have good braking. I believe him. Why? Because he rides insane wheels and he likes to ride fast. So I'm not going to get any type of, I'm not saying I won't, but I'm less likely to get fluff or biased opinions from him. Whereas someone like EUC Upgrades, his bias might not be that he's biased against the wheel. His bias might be towards how he rides. So for example, he said that braking is great. It's okay on the torque and etc. and the speed. I didn't hear him say it was bad. I didn't hear him say it was lacking in any way. But what I took from that is, it's okay. It's not bad. Compare that to Brian Zoom Wheels. It's shit. He's like, it's terrible. This is horrible. So 2 different opinions here. And if you're like me and you're wondering, whoa, which one do I go with? Well, you go with the one who rides like you. Because, too many times we have people reviewing wheels, but they're reviewing it from their perspective, okay? Not from the perspective of people who ride like them or people who don't ride like them. So for me, that was disheartening to where the Commander is disheartening that the Commander just does not have the braking power because it's a big wheel. Now the Sherman, for example, when I rode the Sherman, the braking was, I would say, a good thing. I think, I forgot what I rated it, but I think the braking was like maybe a B minus or B or something like that. It was actually really good, but it was only good if you knew how to set it up. So for example, my pedal tilt was like 3 degrees backwards. I rode in hard mode or medium mode, I believe. Stuff like that. People with pads, obviously, it's not going to be much of an issue for you. But once again, it might be an issue because if the motors are not that strong to withstand braking, your pads is going to cut out that wheel. Unlikely to happen because most people probably don't ride hard like that. But if the motor is as weak as Brian Zoom Wheels is saying, if you're a hard rider, that's likely to happen. That is absolutely likely to happen. This thing, this MSP torque, holy smokes, man, this is an uncompromising wheels when it comes to torque, when it comes to like freaking hard riding, man. It's just not fast. It's just really slow. But man, like carving, taking off with traffic off the line, braking, oh my gosh, agility. It's just everything I want to do, it's there for me, you know what I mean? Whereas if I had like my high-speed MSP, I could do that, but I compensate it with absolutely riding in hard mode and having my pedal tilt back 3 degrees. So, but my high-speed MSP is at home right now and it's dead. So I blew up the motor, so not the motor, the board. So I have to send it to this guy in New York so he can fix it for me. Sam, he was on the live as well, so definitely check out Sam. Link in the description. But yeah, guys, now not much was said about the Abrams. I want more. I want more I want more information about the Abrams. I need them to compare the Abrams with the Sherman, because really there's nothing else to compare it to besides the Monster. And I did see some videos of Sam riding the Monster. Holy smokes, he rides that thing like, yeah, he rides it like it's a small wheel. Holy moly. The way he rides the Monster, it's like a small wheel. I'll see if I can put the video up, but if I can't, then I'm sorry. But Instagram video of a third-person view, and he is whipping that thing left and right, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Wow. So going from the Monster to the Commander, well, I can't compare the Monster to the Commander, but the Monster to the Abrams, you know, if the Abrams does not outperform the Monster, forget it. You know, forget it. I don't even know the stats of the Monster Pro because it's not on Ewheels' website. So how are people getting this wheel? It's probably like, I don't know. But I couldn't find it on Ewheels' website. Anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? What's your thoughts so far? What's your thoughts? Let me know in the description. But so far, another thing we mentioned in the live was, you know, the readiness of the KS20. It seems like the KS20 is still undergoing a lot of testing, and I don't want to say anything about Zen Lee's. You know, he mentioned that he asked someone to send, because he's part of a group buy. He asked the seller to send him the motor code, and the motor code stated 2200 watt hours instead of the 33, and then apparently it might have been an 84 volt they were testing on the wheel as well. So I just wanted to put it out there so that it's in your head, but I don't want to take stock in that. I don't want to assume anything out of that because we don't know. We don't know. I have no idea. King Sung didn't say anything, so I'm not going to say anything. But it's just interesting to note because, you know, Real Talk, one of my subscribers was also saying, why would they put something out there that's not even near ready? You know what I mean? Because people already put down their deposits, man. And it's not that you can't get your deposit back. It's just that you're in queue. And if you do take it out because of disheartening news like that, then it's going to be probably a longer wait if you're now in the back of the queue. So it's only $100 if you put it on eWheels. It's $1,000 if you go to Alien Rides. So, and in terms of deposit. So, you know, I personally don't like going with first batch wheels. I don't. It's just natural. I don't think these companies test these wheels the way we expect them to. So I don't really go out there for that. But it's just a beautiful ride today, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the live, about Afiz and his review so far. What wheel are you guys getting, if any? And another thing I have to say is, guys, just because these wheels are coming out doesn't mean the older wheels are irrelevant anymore. They're very relevant, okay? The older wheels are extremely, extremely relevant. Bright and shiny new things are always good, but the older ones, they still hold their own. So don't get too, you know, how do you say, depressed with those prices. Yeah. Anyway, guys, Take care of yourselves. Let me know what you think in the comments. What wheel are you getting next? Are you still going with the KS20 after what Electric Dreams have shown us? I really like the side view. I really like the back, the top view, but the front is, it's kind of lackluster a little bit. But, yeah, it's a different wheel. I love it. I actually like it. I like the looks. But let me know what you guys think. Yeah, which wheels are you guys getting? And since no one's giving any love to the Hero, anyone here planning on getting the Hero? And if sorry, miss, I'm so sorry. And if you do plan on getting the Hero, are you getting it on Ewheels, Alien Rides, or AliExpress? Because I prefer getting it. If I'm gonna get the Hero, I would rather get that off AliExpress. But on top of that, I would rather get the Hero high speed if they come out with such a version. The high speed would be best, absolutely. If there's a high speed Hero, I'm getting it. If not, I'll wait till someone buys it and, regret it, and then they'll sell it to me at a discount rate. Anyway, guys, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Peace. Have a good day.